Hello everyone, this is Okuna and welcome to Elite Dangerous for Galaxy on Fire 2 players. Last time I showed you a bit of Elite Dangerous flying, and this time I will talk a bit about one of the career choices you can do. This would be the Mercenary. The Mercenary does the dirty work for money. And there are some possibilities to get this dirty work for money. This time I will concentrate on exploiting civil wars. I talked a bit about the minor factions in the game, and those minor factions can be in different states, like boom or turmoil or civil war. And that's the interesting thing. If there are some minor factions in civil wars, they reach out for people to fight for them, and you can do that. And for that you get money. That's a great thing. So how do we see if there are minor factions in civil war? Let's look at the right status screen. Here you can see the three major factions: Federation, Empire, Alliance. They are in a perpetual state of Cold War, but no open hostilities. But there are smaller factions in here, like the Independent Outer Nazi Labour, Natural Outer Nazi League, and so on and so forth. Here you can see my reputation with some of them. With the Independent Outer Nazi Labour, I'm allied. That is the best you can be with a faction, and you can see the Outer Nazi Gold Syndicate does not like me. They are unfriendly with them. We have gotten in some conflicts in the past. Now, then there is another screen here. Here you can see the different factions and in which state they are, and here you can see Independent Outer Nazi Labour and Traditional Outer Nazi Constitution Party are in a state of civil war. And first rule of business is war is good for business. So that's great. We have to look for a war zone later on in the game. So what do we need additionally? Obviously we need a fighting capable ship. So do not use the Type 9. This is a freighter. But there are some nice fighting capable ships in the game. The one I'm currently having is the Vulture. It is a heavier fighter, which has only 2 weapon hardpoints, but those are 2 large hardpoints, so not many lasers to fire, but strong lasers to fire. Let's have a look a bit at the outfitting of that ship. Here you can see I have 1 beam laser. That is a laser which does continuously fire, so as long as I press the fire button, and which also does continuously drain my resources. And I do have additionally a cannon. The cannon fires only infrequently, but it fires a heavy punch. So this one is for large ships which cannot evade my fire too good, and the laser is for the smaller ones. Also, lasers are very good against shields, whereas the kinetic projectiles of a cannon are good against hulls. You will see that later. Let's sell this kill warrant scanner. I have erroneously bought a second one, which is not necessary. Also, a kill warrant scanner is not necessary for being a mercenary. For being a mercenary, you are told who to dispose of. You do not have to find that out on yourselves. Then are there special internal equipment you should have. For one, well, the better, but nothing special. Perhaps the frame shift interdictor here would be okay. So if you have a target you should look after and it is in frame shift, you can take it out of frame shift and dispose of later. But for now we are concentrating on the war effort, and the war effort does not require frame shift interdictor. So equipment here is the better. But for now we only need a fighting capable ship and good weaponry on the ship. You can also check if there is something interesting on the bulletin board concerning your war effort. For example, let's see if there is something. No, this one would be another mission for a mercenary, but not this time. It could be that one of factions in war should also post missions for killing ships of the opposite faction, which is especially nice since we are now going to do exactly that. But for now, not available currently. Okay, then are we ready? I say we are ready. Next thing is we have to find a war zone. They are strewn around in the systems affected by the conflicting factions. You have to look around them. So usually you should be able to find them around planets in these systems. So first launch, and then let's see if there are some targets conveniently nearby. And here we have two conflict zones of low intensity. The intensity shows you how many ships and how good and how strong they are there. So let's go there. Everything okay? Then
frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
These conflict zones are not too far away, so we should be there immediately. Here is the first one. And here we are again. So on the scanner you can already see some targets, and you can already see some fighting. For now I have not chosen a side, so I'm not being attacked. I can choose a side either by firing on a ship of one faction.
Target shields offline.
Here you can see a traditional Outer Hennessy Constitution Party ship, an eagle without any shields, and which will not make it too long. Here is another ship. There it is. This is Independent Outer Hennessy Labor. You can see it is green. Since I am allied with that faction, they are friendly to me, which is shown by green markers on the scanner. Now, to choose a faction, either shoot on the opposing faction ships, or let's go to the rightmost tab, and here the first thing to see is choose a faction. We can either Independent Outer Hennessy Labor, or we can choose the traditional Outer Hennessy Constitution Party. Currently I think we want Independent Outer Hennessy Labor. Let's see here, the Python, which is green, is Independent Outer Hennessy Labor. Also we can see that this is the faction where I'm allied with. Then let's choose exactly that faction. Okay, now I have chosen it. I cannot change it anymore for this fighting session. I would have to frame shift away and come anew. And you can see the other targets are now red. So let's see what target is. Good, here is another vulture like mine.
Power plant capacity exceeded.
Weapons ready. And let's fire on them.
Target shields offline.
Here you can see target shields are offline since the laser is really effective against them. A look on my shields is also okay. I am a target for someone, but not too difficult right now.
Under attack.
There are lots of fighting parties, so there is lots of lasering around. Something I did not mention too broadly was the laser here is fixed. That means I have to exactly point it on my target, which is, by the way, exploding.
Target destroyed.
Next target. Here, that is a fast fighter. This fast fighter is the right thing for such a laser. Since the laser does not require any time to calculate until the current projectile reaches its target, which would be true for using a cannon. Here's the marker where I have to target for the cannon, and the cannon is gimbaled. That means it has some kind of auto aim, some limited auto aim, which should help me in targeting it. Also, I can shoot the laser, and now you can see that the automatic targeting of the cannon has locked on target, and then I can shoot it. Now you can see that Cobra has ejected some chaff. The chaff is used to distract this automatic aiming. It cannot distract my manual aiming, which I'm using for the beam laser. Also, you can see the target projectile is quite slow, so it might miss like it just did with that Cobra. The laser is fast, it is light speed fast, so it won't miss if you do not miss. Here, and I have to bring down the shields of that Cobra again, which should not be that problem with, yes, with the beam laser. And we shall have gotten it. 16,000 credits bond received. For each ship I kill, I receive such a war bond,
Under attack.
which I can later cash in at a station, which is controlled by the faction issuing the war bond. So here you can see, if you like space battles, then this should be the right thing for you.
Target shields offline.
I always like to hear that. Target shields offline. Faster ships are hard to hit, but do not pack that much a punch. This is good target practice. And off it goes. Also, smaller ships do not pay that much. So let's see if there is a larger ship. Okay, not that vulture card, a python. That python might be more interesting. So, let's also not go to... let's go to where some of my colleagues are, so that I won't be the only target for them.
Under attack.
Which is the nearest ship? That vulture is also near. The python is near. You can see I have put my system pips on the maximum. I have also just used another thing which is very helpful, which is a... here is a larger ship. This one is also a python. It's not that difficult to miss. Let's bring down its shields. Yeah, I have put lots of energy pips on the shields, so the shields may recharge, and I also have used a shield recharge, which I can use as long as my shields are still standing, and they will recharge the shields for a limited time. Okay, now against the python we shall use the cannon. Let's go nearer and... my shields are okay. Here you can... no, that fast. Point blank range always helps against that fast ship, that large ships and the cannons. Those... oh, this is an elite python. That one knows how to fight. In the bottom left corner of the screen you can see the combat rating of the ship you are currently targeting. This one is elite. This is the best combat rating you can get. And if you fight against an elite ship, you can prepare for quite some fight. Now, I should have him soon. Yeah, 52,000 credit bonds. That is better. Okay, let's recharge the shields. And yeah. And last one, I think I'll take down that expert eagle. That should ideally not take too long.
Target shields offline.
And more power to the weapons, since if I do not reassign enough power to the weapons, the laser will overheat and lose power. And we don't want that. Here you can see that the eagle is too fast for the cannon, or not. Okay.
Target destroyed.
Now I've gotten some bonds. And I think it is now time to cash them in. Here you can see we have gotten 128,000 bonds. And to go back, let's retract our weapons and jump into frame shift. Since we are near some other ships, the charging will take a bit of time and we might get a bit farther away than to speed that up. Yeah, now we have crossed the threshold.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
So, next station, where we came from. Targeting and flying there is fast. Dropping out of frame shift now. Let's see. My reputation is still allied, but somehow it has been hurt some time here, since you could see a red triangle beneath it. Why? Honestly, I have no idea. Let's request docking.
Docking request granted.
Request granted. That is what I want to hear. Line up in the mail slot. Engage landing gear, which also limits my top speed, so I won't speed, which might incur a fine or bounty if I accidentally hit some other ship or even destroy it. Okay, 36 it is down here. And to try to do a soft touchdown. Okay.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
And now the profitable part. First, pay for your munitions. The cannon does consume munition, laser does not consume one. Do not forget to stock up on this munition, since you do not want to get out of it. Then go to contacts, and there is the combat bond contact. We cash in 128,000 credits now. Isn't that sweet? Okay. This is it for the mercenary career path, or at least for the mercenary in the military career path in Elite Dangerous. As far as I can recall, there is not much of an equivalent in Galaxy on Fire 2, so this is a new method to get some fighting fun without end for you in Elite Dangerous. And with that, I will conclude this episode. Let's see each other again when I talk about other career paths in Elite Dangerous, especially for you as Galaxy on Fire 2 fans, to shorten the time to wait for the next Galaxy on Fire part, and to get to know Elite Dangerous better, which I think is also a really, really nice game, which I want to, to recommend to you. If you want to comment or like, then please do that below. And you can also go and follow me on Twitter, channel Okona1up. See each other soon.